subscribe and follow me on Instagram. Hello and welcome back to MegInWhispers. This video is for all the times that you just want to take a break in the middle of the day and just take a cat nap. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you my ideal setup for a proper cat nap in the middle of the day. I also use the same routine or similar when I go to sleep at night as well, and I just think it's a good way to kind of set up for a nice nap with some deep sleep. So first here we see Osage, my cat. He is going to be part of this video for sure because it is, after all, a cat nap. And this is what I do usually, if I'm just exhausted and I just need, a rest in the middle of the day. Now, whether you have a cat or not, this video still applies to you. And really what it's all about is simply creating a really relaxing atmosphere for yourself, no matter where you are. So kind of thinking outside the box and thinking how you can create relaxation, quiet, and just that atmosphere of calm wherever you are. In my case, I've got my cat, and I have a few other tools that we're going to see later in the video for really setting up that relaxation space and just giving yourself a chance to take a rest, because chances are you work really hard, and from time to time we get short on sleep, or we can just be in need of a rest if we're not feeling great. We might be a little bit sick or whatever the case. This is for all those times where you just need to take a break. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you some of my favorite tools for setting up a perfect nap, whether that's in the middle of the day or a perfect bedtime routine, actually around bedtime, more at night. Some things that I really like to do is kind of just take a moment to unwind before I actually get into bed and get closer to falling asleep, because it's really tough to go from 100 miles per hour and focusing really hard to all of a sudden having to suddenly fall asleep. That's really tough. So by creating a moment for yourself instead to really kind of tone things down and calm your mind, that is so important. That can be done by sitting down in a chair or just kind of resting on your bed like Osage is doing right here before you actually get in bed for sleep. Another great way to kind of unwind your mind is reading a book, or of course listening to ASMR. These are all tools that you can use and apply to your own situation that might help. For myself, I like to actually, make sure that my bed is made and make sure that it is ready to go. So I like to take the time to neaten up the nice comforter on top that has what I find to be a nice relaxing pattern on it. And so here I'm just taking a moment to actually cuddle with Osage. He loves being cuddled like this and just held. For some reason he likes to lick your hand or lick your wrist. I don't know why, but it's hilarious. And so here I'm just taking a moment to listen to his purring and just kind of rest my eyes so that I can actually reach that sense of relaxation that I'm going to need when I actually go to get in bed. So if you have access to a cuddly cat for your cat nap, then I strongly recommend that you take a moment to pet the cat and hang out and just kind of de-stress. I think that animals have, that innate ability to calm us down, to lower our heart rate, to just help us feel grounded and present and in the moment. And so it's important, whether that is a cat or a dog or whatever animal you might know, it's important to kind of learn that lesson from them and remember to be in the moment and let go of stressors from the day that might be holding you back from reaching that deeper state of calm and peace and relaxation. Animals are just so great at that. So here is Osage. He doesn't even want to let my hand go. He really loves to cuddle and hang out. But unfortunately, Osage, it's time to make chamomile tea. So I'm placing my pitcher of hot water down, and then I'm taking out my tea tool, which is like a spoon with holes in it. I'm going to use that to gather up some chamomile flowers, and I'm going to click the top of that spoon shut, and then I'm going to add it to my mug shortly. Click. There we go. And then of course next we are going to add in our hot water. I love seeing the steam come up off this hot water nice and slow. And then the chamomile flowers begin to mix with the hot water and kind of work their magic to create that really tasty chamomile tea. So for my ideal cat nap, I like to take a moment to soak in what's going on here, gaze at that nice steam coming off the top of that mug of tea, give it a stir if it needs that, and just kind of breathe in the steam and take a moment to stop and stare. Sometimes that is just all we need. You just stop and rest. And finally, after a couple minutes, I'm taking soak in. It is really beautiful. So, we're obviously in the middle of the day during this video, so it is kind of bright out, as you can see. So next I'm going to take my blackout curtains and close them because we don't really want too much light to be in the room during a nap. Excess light, even if it's just a little bit, can definitely keep you awake, especially if it is blue light or natural light. I am keeping a little bit of light on the video simply for lighting purposes so that I can show you what I'm doing, but otherwise, in my ideal cat nap, I would actually shut the blackout curtains as far as possible so that there was as little light as possible actually in the room. So I've arranged my pillows and it's time to settle in. Sometimes I'll just kind of close my eyes and rest for a moment before I turn on a podcast to fall asleep to. So here I'm turning on my Twilight app, which is a blue light filter, so that the blue light on my phone won't keep me awake. And again, this is really great to have at nighttime. You can turn it on even a few hours before you go to sleep so that that blue light is not stimulating your brain to stay up. Now here I'm selecting my podcast lore and I'm going to put a timer on it so that it will turn itself off at the end of the episode. And I like lore because the man just has a very monotone, quiet voice as he reads these stories, and so it's just really easy to drift off to. And of course, in my catnap, I have to cuddle Osage for a little bit longer and just say goodnight. But he doesn't necessarily want to hang out in this particular instance, so he is going to leave me and jump away. But now it's time to truly, truly fall asleep. I love getting all cozy in the covers and having as much of the blankets on me as possible because for some reason having extra weight on you as you fall asleep is something else that is very grounding. They even create blankets now that are weighted blankets to help you really fall asleep and stay in deep. So guys, that is my ideal cat nap, and I would definitely be ready for sleep at that point in time after all that. I hope this video was helpful, and I hope it helped you to relax and calm and fall asleep. Please don't forget to subscribe and explore my other videos. I hope you have a great day or night whenever you're watching